Hey, this is Monica from THIER.
This is Pathos from Symphony
Hi,
of
this
Heaven,
is
and you
Randy
are
Rose.
listening to the Johnny Taco
Hey, what's
Show.
up, everybody? This is Paul McCoy from the band 12 Stones, and you're listening to the Johnny Taco
This is
Show.
Sloths in a Bucket on Johnny Taco Show.
Hey, this is Sergio Pollock from A Vespertine Rising.
Hey guys, this is Jeremy Sims from With Blood Comes Cleansing. You're listening to the Johnny Taco Show.
This is Patrick from Ritual Servant, and you're listening to...
Welcome to the Johnny Taco Show.
The Eagle has landed.
Before I forget, let me get this off my chest. The words tend to fail when I need them, yeah. Slow down, let me catch my breath. That smile got me overwhelmed. Lord, give me the strength to say what I need to say. And now it all comes down to this. Baby, will you be my one and only for the rest of our lives? Let me be the one to hold you tight and wipe the tears from your eyes. Can we be happily ever now? Can we be happily ever now? So much to be said. You and me, there's no contest. No matter where or when, we're here to the end. Baby, will you be my one and only for the rest of our lives? Let me be the one to hold you tight and wipe the tears from your eyes. Can we be happily ever now? Can we be happily ever And when the world tries to harm you, baby, hold on tight. I'll be the speed of light. 'Cause I can't see my life without you. Baby, hold on tight. I'll be there every time. Baby, will you be my one and only for the rest of our lives? Let me be the one to hold you tight and wipe the tears from your eyes. Can we be happily ever now? Can we be happily ever now? Baby, will you be my one and only for the rest of our lives? Let me be the one to hold you tight and wipe the tears from your eyes. Can we be happily ever now? Can we be happily ever
What's up? This is Johnny Tacos here with another exciting and informative episode of Origin Stories. Today we have the trio Scenic Collective here, all the way from Georgia, which they are pleasantly talking to me on the phone as I am at a horror con, yeah, Texas Frightmare. But just to let you know that there is so much going on this coming year. We have so many concerts coming up. so many great artists such as Scenic Collective coming up on the show. So it's going to be a real treat this year. 2024 is the year of the taco. So if you believe in that little Chinese horoscope, look for taco. I assure you, it's there. It's there. I assure you. But just to let you know that it is going to be hot this year, make sure you stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water when you're out there at the concerts. We don't want you to get sick or even worse. Just make sure you stay hydrated because we all want to get home after having a good time. Also, drink responsible? Yeah. So, all right. So we have Don, Dylan, and Christina here, all the way from Georgia, the humid city of the world right now, apparently, right?
Yeah, call it Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta?
Hot Atlanta.
Wow, that sounds like a Nelly song or something.
Oh, Nelly.
So, why don't y'all introduce yourself? We'll start with Don.
So hey everyone, I'm Don, 25 years old, doing my thing. I've been doing music for a long time now, and I play guitar for the band. I am one of the vocalists for the band, and I do a lot of the mix engineering and tracking for the band as well, and producing.
So you're like the Don Juan of music, right?
A little bit, so
He's modest, yes.
He's modest.
I'm pretty I'm pretty decent, you know what I'm saying?
And how long have you been musically inclined? Maybe since you were a wee lad?
Oh yes, definitely since a wee lad. I've been singing since I was like 6, and I've been playing instruments and learning everything that I can ever since I was like 10 years old. So the music's just been like a really big part of my life.
And Dylan, talk to us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Dylan. I'm 24. I am multiple things in the Scenic Collective. Right now I'm writing all of our drum parts. I'm playing bass, and I'm one of our vocalists. I'm a lot like Don in the sense of I've been singing since as long as I can remember, and I didn't really pick up instruments until about 6th or 7th grade, and but I've been playing ever since then. But my latest escapade is definitely bass.
All right. Well, there's so many great bass players, in there. You got to keep a rhythm. To me, I actually once talked to a bass player, and I was asking, why are you in the back, hiding away from everybody? He goes, well, I got to keep the rhythm somehow. If I'm out there just rocking and rolling, people are going to think I'm crazy.
No, so, exactly.
I got a back with you, but
But, okay, now we are with Miss Christina.
Hey, yeah, so I'm Christina. I'm 24. I play keys and synths for Scenic Collective, and I sing. I'm one of the vocalists, and I think we all do some of the writing of the songs as well, both the musical parts and the lyrics. But I've been a musician since I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old. I've been singing since I was a little toddler. Ever since I learned what words were, I've been singing. But only more within like the last couple of years have I been doing more like proper training and exercising, trying to get better at my vocals. But I've been playing piano since I was like 5.
And it takes, when you have that gift, it's always good to keep it sharpened. I salute you for that. But are y'all like best friends? Because I read your info. It's a very small info. We're best friends who like to play music out of Georgia. Or I think I paraphrased it.
Yeah, so pretty much the way that we like to say it is that we're just a couple of best friends that are coming together, making some music that hopefully some people will like. We kind of agreed when we started this that we weren't in it to get big or to make a whole lot of money or to go tour around the world or anything like that. If it came up, sure, cool. We're definitely not against it, but it's one of those things that we figured the only way that this would ever work is if we started out right, and that's just by doing what we love, and that's just making music. And if people like it, awesome. If not, we hope they find music they do like, and that's just because I think all of us, music has been an extremely important form of just help for us in our lives, and both like physically and mentally and emotionally. I think it's just allowed us to be who we are today. And now I think it's our turn to try to give back a little bit to the community that helped us so much.
And with that, you said is a camaraderie that y'all came together under music. Where did y'all meet? Did y'all meet in high school or church?
Yeah, so I think I met Dawn first at a local church when we were in senior year? We were seniors. Yeah, so it was a senior year of high school. And we hit it off pretty quickly. We were on the worship team together. He sang, he played guitar, I played keys, and we just hit it off really quickly. And then maybe like about a few months in, maybe a year later.
I think it was a year later.
It was about a year later when Dylan moved to Georgia. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan moved to Georgia that summer and started going to our church. And the three of us just absolutely clicked almost immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we've been friends ever since.
So
that was in 2018.
Yeah.
That was in 2018, and it's been like that since.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. It's kind of hard to have friends nowadays because, there's so many alternative ways to, meet people and to stick with it. And then actually, because a band is a family. If you look at it, it's a family.
We are definitely a family as much as we bicker, but
yeah, because you have your ups and your downs, and that's with any family, even a church family. You have your ups and downs and your fights, and it's just because we are, we're all separate individuals underneath, the curtains of music. So, with that, everything's been going smoothly. Who mostly writes the music? Is it you, Christina, or?
No, I mean, we kind of all we all kind of work together. A lot of times it's Don that comes up with a small idea, and then he brings it to us, and we're like, oh, that would be awesome if I added this, if I added that. What if we sang this part? What if this lyric? It's a very collaborative effort between the three of us.
So it's like a goulash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we just throw it all together and hope something sticks.
Hey, that sounds like my first 5 years in college with finding food from the dollar store.
That's a move.
So, who are some of your who are some of the musicians that you kind of like? I don't like saying idolize, but that you looked up to, that you draw your creativity from.
So that's a good big list, but I'll keep it short. Definitely one of our biggest influences, like bands like Paramore and bands like Falling in Reverse, and Shinedown is a massive one for us. We take a look at a lot of those like kind of hard rock and hard rock to pop punk bands, like Green Day is another example, and then even like singing wise, or like solo artist examples, like a few of us like Taylor Swift in here a lot, or I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. So a lot of the influences from their music kind of flow into our style and what we do, and like it kind of gives it a little bit of like a unique kind of character to it. And then with what we write, we kind of take what they started with and then we run with it. Like we're a lot of one of Christina's favorite bands, and we come to love them as well. I've loved them for a long time too. Icon for Hire is a massive influence when it comes to like writing style, because a lot of what they write is focused on mental health issues and kind of like a sense of self. And we take a lot of our influences is based on that, where a lot of the stuff that we write is like similar or indicative to like mental issues and like, you know, that kind of thing.
So the for like mental issues and mental health is a big part of your music. Is that because mental health hits home for you?
I would say it does for a couple of us. Not to the point where it's like detrimental, but like we all struggle with like different things individually, mentally, but we know that other people do as well. So it's something that we feel that like when we write about it, when we tell our story, that we feel like others will relate to it. Yeah, and that right there is like the perfect recipe for an artist, because you want your music to be felt and heard, not just somebody listens to something and then like, okay, well that's good, that's happy. You know, there's a couple of huge pop stars that have like lyrics that don't even make sense, and I'm like, I can't feel that. There's a few I can think of right now that aren't doing too well.
Yeah, somebody might check their mental state. But with what about you, Christina? Who are some of the influences that you grew up with? I know that y'all said you like Shinedown. Shinedown to me is one of the greats of modern times in music. Brett's voice.
I could not agree with you more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like my personal influences, I grew up with a lot of like the late 90s, early 2000s pop punk, emo, that kind of stuff. So like my dad had a whole playlist of like Green Day, Nirvana, Evanescence, Linkin Park, that kind of stuff. And that's kind of where my love of rock music came from. But like what I personally connected with best was Paramore. They just, for some reason, that music just clicked with me in a way that nobody else had ever written songs. It felt like they were writing these lyrics directly to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that someday. So that's where my biggest influences come from. But then I also have like, I like a lot of more like alt music. I like pop. I like indie. So like one of my favorite artists that I like that's not even close to this genre is Halsey. She's got a very soft, squeaky voice. It's very like kind of pop, kind of indie, kind of alt.
Sings in cursive.
Sings in cursive, yeah. But it's not very pop punk. But to me, I think that there's always a way to make, there's a way that you can cross genres no matter what. So like a lot of my singing inspiration comes from her, because I've seen her take her music and she's done collaborations with like country artists. She's done collaborations with pop artists. She's done collabs with like Machine Gun Kelly, even bands like Bring Me the Horizon. And somehow, even with that soft indie voice, she makes it work. And that's kind of where I was like, I want to be like that too. I want to take my very gentle voice and find a way to make it work with that very traditionally heavy music that I like.
Yeah, I was wondering, because your voice is gentle, and I'm like, how are you singing heavy? It's like you got to polite, like you're going to be polite when you're singing a song.
I promise I'm trying to be aggressive. It just doesn't come off that way.
I am so mad. I assure you, I'm mad.
See, that's one of the big secrets of the Scenic Collective. Don and I get really loud, and Christina levels us out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree. If you can move yourself throughout different genres, because a friend of mine told me years ago, he said to actually love music is to love all types of music. So
No, absolutely.
Maybe you can get a didgeridoo playing in the background, or
oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
Is that in the budget?
Maybe I'll find a way.
and I'll bring my cowbell. Because
Heck yes.
everybody gets
More
a fever.
Cowbell.
Love some cowbell.
I can make a triangle.
Hey, the triangle, you can't knock that. It does that nice little pause before the big gong. Oh, speaking of gong, I got a gong over there at my friend's studio. There you go. I'll add some gongs to your tracks. So, but yeah, music, pop music, that's what it is. It's popular music. Me, I grew up metal. I grew up Megadeth, Metallica, stuff like that. Even before BC, before Christ, I listened to heavier stuff that your mom would get embarrassed. So, but Dylan, it's your turn. Who are some of your influences?
Yeah, so I grew up a little differently than Don and Christina. Some of my earliest remembrances of music is like going flying down the road in my dad's truck that didn't have air conditioning, so we had the windows down, and it was Black Sabbath, Metallica, Guns N' Roses. Like, I listened to a lot of like the 70s to like late 80s like hair metal and rock and roll. And so I think my writing inspiration pulls a lot from stuff like that. I love, as far as musically, I love like the super rich tones that the 70s and 80s really like pulled out from their instruments. And then when I was in high school, I came across a little bit called Shinedown, and that changed my life forever. A lot like Christina with Paramore, I felt like Shinedown was really writing as if I was their only listener. And it felt I immediately felt like super connected to him. And Brent Smith from Shinedown is like how I want to like hold myself as far as like a musical standard. And so as far as like vocals, I would definitely say that that's probably my biggest inspiration. And then I would probably go amongst to say somebody like all the crazy guitar players musically are my inspiration. Like you're talking like Herman Lee from what is it? Dragon Force. And then you got like Eddie Van Halen, like the people who took their instrument, looked at it and said, I'm going to make something new with the same thing that everybody else has been using. Yeah. And I think that that's something that we, the Scenic Collective, can really do. And that's what at least my goal is here. I hope that's the other two's goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To make something that other people have not thought of before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So putting that together, how long has Scenic Collective been a band? I know y'all been friends for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, something in that aspect.
Yeah, I think we're going on 7 years friendship now.
Yeah, 7 years friendship. We started though with Scenic Collective right at the tail end of 2022. The band we actually came together because they. This being my best friends, I was getting ready to propose to my fiance, and one of the things I wanted to do for her was write a song for her. So I brought it to them and asked them, could you help me with this? And they agreed. Of course they agreed. And we worked together on it for about a month. And then in a matter of 2 weeks, we recorded the music, recorded a music video, and then set up the proposal right by New Year's. And after everything went smoothly there, we were just like, yo, we want to keep doing this. This is really fun. Like, and I think we can like really, like, we play well together. We have fun together. We write good stuff together. We should continue to do this. And that's kind of how we came about.
Yeah, I would say that was the beginning of our first song. That was Happily Ever Now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what started it all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations. Hopefully the chain fits real nicely on your ankle. Just joking.
Oh, I appreciate it.
But that right there was like is romantic, because you yourself, you said you want to do stuff with the band that nobody ever thought about. You wrote a song. Hey, will you? Kind of a proposal song, and I guess that worked out there, Playboy.
Oh yeah, like she was floor. She was thrilled about it. But I got her good with that surprise, though. I will say that. Yes, I did.
Oh, she had absolutely no idea.
So when is the date?
We're looking at September 27th of this year.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. You got, give her and you my best wishes, dude.
Of course.
Stepping into a marriage is the first step of starting that family, and everything starts getting surreal. And just let you know that you love her and she loves you, and that's pretty much the foundation. You just keep working at it. And this is coming from an old man, because y'all make me feel old. Oh, my dad was jamming the Guns N' Roses, and when I was a kid, I was like, wow. I was a kid when Guns N' Roses came out. Now it makes me feel. It's either that or my back pain. I think it's a little bit of both. So
I don't know, man. The back pain's coming for all of us.
Yeah,
we're in our 20s, so
back pain and the knee pain. Let's be real.
well, y'all are rock and rollers. Y'all are just jumping all over the stage. You're thinking
that is true.
David Lee Roth.
That's it.
Not me anymore. My knees are too bad. I can't jump anymore.
But you can still wear the spandex, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So do y'all have any new concerts coming up?
Not yet. So we had a concert on May 4th, and we determined that with everything going on, we wanted to kind of hold off on doing concerts right now, mainly because we still feel like we have more to write, and our biggest thing is that we've agreed that our significant others and our personal lives come before the band. And with Don getting married, it wouldn't be fair for the Scenic Collective to pull time away from him and his fiance. And I feel like we're his friends first and his bandmates second. So we've decided not to take any concerts until the end of September of 2024. But with that being said, we are going to keep writing. We're going to keep producing. We're going to keep sending out what we hope everybody thinks is great music.
Oh, yeah. We got some more in the tank that we're working on.
Yeah.
We're about to go underground, and when we come back out, the world ain't ready for us.
We're bopping.
So that's our goal for 2024. We're going to write. We've got a couple singles out right now, and our plan is to have an album, and we want to be able to do that like yesterday.
Yeah. And anything that's rushed never really takes off. Right. You take your time, you have your family first, because to me, I was a workaholic back in my youth, and I kind of deprived the family over. So y'all doing that, saying, hey, we're going to step back and go into the lab and actually perfect our art while our brother, our best friend, is getting married. That right there just shows it shows the maturity level that your band has.
Mm-hmm.
So I salute that too. That's really, really smart thinking. Man, I thought kids were being lost. You're actually proving me wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as we're not saying skibidi toilet, we're good.
Well, and I will say, I spent a lot of time being lost, and music is what pulled me out of it, and I think that's what I want to give back. I want to be able to pull other people out if I can.
Yeah,
I speaks for all of us.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're young too. You still have that window. To perfect everything, to make sure that it's right, because you don't want to just throw something together.
Exactly.
And that's very commendable. I have to say that to y'all youngsters. Man, making me feel old. Yeah, Christina saying, well, pop punk like Green Day, my dad, and I was like, man.
Well, I mean, like,
We're gonna be saying that about our band.
I know that's like we're gonna start saying that about like, gosh,
Shinedown and
like
Paramore.
Shinedown and Paramore, like they're gonna be.
Shinedown's already kind of getting there too.
Dag on, bro! Don't drag it down.
Paramore's down there too. I think they came out in early
2000s.
2099, 2000s. They came out, and I was like 20 when they came out. Man, that's sad. Thank you for ruining my day. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
Children. But so you say you got some more music in the works. Where can they listen to your music? They can go on Spotify, right? Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Don, you're the...
Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram. Our sounds are everywhere on all the social media platforms.
Anywhere you stream music, we should have music there.
And it's going to be more and more relevant because you got more music coming up. You're going to go out there. You're going to rock people's socks off. You're going to rock the neighbor's socks off. You're just going to do your thing. We're getting close to the end of the show. What I like to do is ask each one of y'all to say something to the listener who is trying. Maybe they want to be in a band, and they just feel like they don't have the heart to, or they just need some kind of inspiration. What in a few words? We'll start with Dylan. In a few words, what would you say to the listeners?
I usually say two things, and it's kind of one of them is kind of our motto. But our first thing that I would say is that if you love it, do it, because you got to do a lot of things that you don't love in your life. And so if you can find something you do love, go ahead and do it. The second thing, which is our motto, is that nothing that is ever worth doing is ever going to be easy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind if that's something you want. If music especially is something you want to do, because goodness, take it from us, it is not always the fun of writing songs and recording it. It's expensive, it's time consuming, but it's so worth it when it's all done.
Yep.
Amen. What about you, Christina? You got any words of wisdom?
I think that the biggest thing that I could tell somebody who is in my shoes, from a year ago, 2 years ago, before I was really doing this, is to trust yourself, to trust that the music is worth hearing. Because I know I struggled a lot for the first probably year of being in the band of, am I good enough to be a musician? Am I good enough to be part of this band? Am I good enough to compete, to quote unquote, to compete with Don and Dylan? But I realized it's not a competition. I know that I have these skills. I was gifted with these talents, and someone out there is going to connect with my story, with my voice, with my piano part, with my lyric that I wrote in some way. Even if it's just one person, that's enough to make it worth it. So trust yourself, commit to it, and do it.
Awesome. And last but not least, Don Perignon, Don Juan.
I'm kind of to go off of agreeing with both what Dylan and Christina were saying.
You can't copy them. You can't copy them.
Oh, I'm not copying. But the biggest thing I would say is, if you're doing this and if you're enjoying this, make sure it's with people that are not just in the band with you. Make sure they're your friends. Make sure they're your family. Make sure they're people that know you and that have your back, and also you have those shared interests with, and make sure that you treat that however many of your members they gel. And I say that a lot from my past experiences in other bands. The member that doesn't gel with the group, it can make the whole thing go away sometimes. So it's you make sure that whoever you're playing with is like you have that real connection with, and you're close friends. And when you have that connection, the music will flow and it'll sound in unison together.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Great work, guys. You know, I can't wait to hear more of your music coming up. And, you know, I pray that everything goes accordingly to what the gifts that you have been given. And y'all keep up doing your work. Keep on rocking and rolling. And we're going to go out with, what song do we want to go out with?
I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's probably one of our like collective favorite songs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We really think that's going to be
a big hit.
We're super excited about that.
All right. Well, you heard that here from the Johnny Taco Show. Just to let you know, to all the new listeners that happen to stumble upon here, thinking this is a Food Network thing to keep you making tacos and all that good stuff, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. This is music that edifies Jesus Christ and the testimonies of my guest and my constant babbling. You are all welcome here to listen to, and if you had listened to it all the way down here, you are officially a part of the Street Taco team, and you will become the sour cream on this Taco Supreme. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for Don, Dylan, and Christina for being on this show. That is Scenic Collective from Georgia, and here is I'm Fine. I guess I'm fine. I am fine. We are all fine.
How you doing? I'm doing just fine. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, even though I'm secretly dying. Maybe I'll just keep on waiting for the summer, 'cause I swear my wallet's gonna freeze every time my girl says Johnny asks me, what's the point of laying here waiting for a medic? I'm on the verge of a flat line. Tomorrow I'll be fine when my nurse says, hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, even though I'm secretly dying and crying my eyes out. I guess I'll just keep